Hi everyone, today we'll be starting with the exercise 6.3. In this we are going to solve the values of the variables. Now there are three type of questions, question 1, 2, 3. In this firstly we are going to solve plus minus. In this second we are going to solve when the questions are involved, in this questions are involving multiplication and division, and then the third type of question is mixed, in which plus minus is also there, multiplication division is also there, right? So firstly let's move to question number 1. So first of all, how to solve these questions? When we have to solve the variables, the first thing is, see, you have to take two things together. The first thing is that it has to be alone at one side. If it is to the left side, then it has to be alone at the left side, and the second thing is it has to be positive. So these two things we are going to take. In the first question, x plus 7 is equals to 11. Now firstly, out of these two we can see that this x is positive, so yes, the second one condition is satisfying. Now the first is it has to be alone, but this is not alone because it is having plus 7. So what I'm going to do to make it alone, plus, when I'm going to take it to the other side, it is going to change to minus 11 minus 7, so the value will become 4. So now you can see alone also and positive also, the value of x is going to be 4. Similarly, let's take the next one. Let's do C part. Now the C part is d minus 8 is equals to 32. Now in this question, d has to be positive. It is already positive, and it has to be alone, but it is not alone because with this minus 8 is there. So with this, what I am going to do is d, I will keep it here. This minus, when I am going to take to the other side, this minus will change to plus. So this will become 32 plus 8, and the answer will be 40. Okay, so what we have learnt in these two questions is, whatever is the sign to the one side, if I have to change the side, left hand side, if it is in the left hand side, I have to change to the right hand side, we are going to change the sign. Plus will change to minus, minus will change to plus. Let's move to the E part, because rest of the parts you can do by yourself. I will be doing now E part. S plus 25 equals to 64. Now s as it is, plus 25 I am going to take to the other side, 64 minus 25, so the answer will become 39, right? So this is your answer. F part you can try by yourself. Now let's move to question number 2. Now in question number 2 we are having the questions which relates multiplication and division. Now this 7m is there, is equals to 49. 7m is equals to 49 is there. This 7m means 7 is in multiply by m. When no sign is there between the numbers, then that means they are in multiply. Is equals to 49. Now again, m has to be positive and alone. This is positive but not alone. So what I'm going to do, m I'm going to keep here as it is. Here 7 is in multiply, so when I have to take 7 to the other side, it will change to divide. So 7 ones are 7, 7s are 49. So answer is of this m is going to be 7. If something is in divide, it will go to the other side in multiply. If something is in multiply, it will go to the other side in divide. B part you can do by yourself. C part is again on the concept of A part. I have just told you. Now let's move to the D part. D part is x upon 7 is equals to 2. Now you can see that 7 is in divide, and I want only x at one side, so I am going to take 7 to the other side in multiply, because 7 is here in division. So 2 into 7 and x is equals to 14. This is your answer, right? Now next, E part also and F part also, they both are on the concept of D. So what you are going to do here is, now can you see that 9 is in the denominator, so I am going to take this 9 in divide it is, so I am going to take up in multiply. So B will remain here as it is, because we want B at one side, because we have to find the value of this B, and then 9 will be that side on the other side in multiply. 9 7s are 63. Now this question number 3 is there. This is the combined form of question number 1 and 2. Now first let us solve A part. 3a plus 4 is equals to 34. Now I want the value of A in this. So before solving this, let's just take this 4 to the other side. 3a is equals to 34. Plus is there, I'll be taking to the other side and it will change to minus. So 3a is equals to 30. Now 3a means 3 is multiplied by a. So the value of a is going to be 30 upon 3. Cancel it, and the value of a is going to be 10. Okay, so similarly B part also. Now in this B part you can see this is minus 64. When minus 64 is there, I have to take this minus to the other side and minus will change to plus. So this will become plus 64. Add these two, you will be getting 90. So 10a is equals to 90. Now a is in multiply with a. So I will be taking it in denominator. So 0 and 0 cancelled. Answer is going to be 9. Okay. C part you can do. You can try by yourself. Now let's move to the D part. X upon 7 plus 1 is equals to 2. So this is the question. In this, what I'm going to do is I want the value of x. Firstly, whatever else is there, we have to solve it. X upon 7 as it is, plus 1 I'm going to take to the other side. It will be 2 minus 1. So x upon 7, what will come? 1. Now this 7 is left, I'm going to take up. So the value of x is equals to 1 into 7, and that is 7. And this is your answer. Okay, now let's do the E part. E part is also similar to D part. R upon 3 minus 42 equals to 18. Now this is the question. Before solving this, let's take this to the other side. R upon 3 minus 42, this will go to the other side and it will change to plus 42. So R upon 3 is equals to, what will come here? 60. And now we have to find the value of R. To find value of R, this 3 has to go to that side. So this will become 60 multiplied by 3, and this is going to be 180. Okay, so these were the questions of the exercise 6.3. Right? Now D part I have done. Please try the remaining parts by yourself, which I have not done, because they all are the similar questions. Right? Now let's move to exercise 6.4. Now in exercise 6.4, you must be remembering that we have done exercise 6.1, and in 6.1 we have not solved, actually we have just framed the equations. Now in this exercise we have been given the statements. On the basis of these statements we are going to frame the equations, and then we have to solve the equations. Solve the equation means that we have to find the values of these variables. Okay, now let's move to question number 1, first part. If 15 is added to a certain number, the result is 56. So here 15 is added. 15 I have added to what? Certain number. Now do you know that number certain? No, we do not know that number, so that is going to be x. The result is 56. Result is 56. So the x is equal, you have to find the value of this x, this certain number you have to find. So what you will be doing, x you have to find 56. This 15 is going to go to the other side, so this will become this, and x is equals to 41. Okay, so how you are going to solve this, how you are going to represent it? Since we don't know the certain number, so I am going to write, let the number be x. 15 is added to a certain number, so 15 plus x gives 56. Solve it, but in the end you have to write, so therefore the number is 41. Okay, because this x value, x number, x variable which we have written here, that is assumed by us. So you have to write this line that the number is 41. Now let's move to the B part. If 12 is subtracted from a number, again we get 27. Now if I am going to subtract 12 from a number, 12 I am going to subtract from a number, I don't know this number, so that number is going to be x. We get 27. Now x is equals to 27 plus 12, and x is equals to 39. Okay, so this is your answer. This is the number which you have to find, and make sure that whenever you are going to start the question, you are going to write up, let the number be x, because this number you are assuming by yourself, and at the end you are going to write, therefore number is 39. Okay, please see the solution. So after from, a number is written, that's why I have written x here and 12 afterwards. Okay, now let's move to C part. In the C part, we have to go word by word in this. Half of a number. Half of a number. You don't know the number, so let that number be x. So how I am going to write? Just look. Half of a number. Half of a number is 3 more. 3 more. 1/6 of the same number. 1/6 of same number. So this is the equation. Now how we are going to make it? We do not know this number, so this number is going to be x. and 1 upon 2. What is the meaning of multiply? 1 upon 2 into x equals to 3 plus 1 upon 6. Of means multiply, and the same number which we have assumed, which is that number x. So I am going to write it like this. This will become 1 upon 2 x equals to 3 plus 1 upon 6 x. Okay, we have to go with words. Half of a number, we don't know the number, so that has to be x, is, that means equals to 3 more means add 1/6 of the same number. 1/6 means 1 upon 6 of the same number, that number is x. Now we have to find the value of x here. See, all the numbers which are containing variable x, please keep it to the one side. 1 upon 2x minus 1 upon 6x equals to 3. Why I have taken this to the other side? Because this complete term is containing x, and this is positive, and if I have to take it to this side, this will change to minus. Now let us take the LCM of 2 and 6. This will come 6. 3x minus x is equals to 3. Okay, I have just taken the LCM. 3x minus x will become 2x upon 6 is equals to 3. Now 2 1s are 2 3s are, so x is equals to 3 into 3. How this came 3 into 3? I was having the fraction x upon 3 is equals to 3. Now I want x, so this 3 will go to that side, and this will be 9. So therefore the value is going to be 9. Okay, please see the solution here, how I have solved it. And after this, let's move to D part. Okay, now the D part is find the number which when multiplied by 8. Okay, so now there is certain number, and this number I am going to multiply by 8. This gets increased by 84. So they are saying if this 8 I am going to multiply by 8, then this number x is going to increase by 84. This is going to increase by 84. Whatever was earlier, now the value will be increased by 84. So this is the equation in this. 8x, what it will be? 8x is equals to x plus 84. Now x is here also, so I am going to take all the terms which are containing the variable x to one side. So this will be 8x minus x is equals to 84. 8x minus x will be 7x is equals to 84. So this will be x is equals to 84 upon 7, because 7 is in multiply, so I have to take it to the other side. 7 ones, and when you are going to divide these two, it will come 12. So x is equals to 12, and that is the answer. Now let's see the solution. Find the number which when multiplied by x. We don't know the number, so let the number be x. X when multiplied by 8, that number is increased by 84. So I am going to write x plus 84. We have solved this, and at the end you are going to write x is, therefore the number is 12. Okay, so this is the solution of D part. Now let's do E part of question number 1. The sum of the three consecutive natural numbers. Okay, now what is the meaning of this line? Sum of, now we have to do addition of 2-3 terms. Now which are those terms? 3 consecutive natural numbers. Consecutive means the numbers which are coming one after the other. They are asking 3 natural numbers. I can write 4, 5, 6. They are coming one after the other. They are the consecutive numbers. 10, 11, 12. These are consecutive numbers. 17, 18, 19. One after the other. Okay, simultaneously they are coming. So these are called as the consecutive numbers. And natural numbers, you know, the numbers which are starting from 1, 2, 3 and so on. So all have to be positive, and no zero has to be included. That's what is the meaning of the natural number. But we don't know what the numbers are. Okay, I have just given you the example. Now the sum of 3 consecutive natural number is 78. Find the numbers. We don't know what is the first number, right? Let's see, if I am going to take, let us take this example to write down. Let us take this example. First number is 4. How this 5 came? If I added 1 in 4, then 5 came. And if I added 2 in this 4, then I got the third number. The first number was 4. If I have to find the second number, then I had to just add 1 in the second number, in the first number, so that I can get the second number. And if I want to find this 6, I am going to add plus 2 in 4 so that I can get 6. Similarly, if I don't know the exact number, this 4 I don't know actually what is the actual value, right? This is assumed by us. This is an example which I'm giving you. If you don't know, then that is going to become x, because I don't know this. The second number will become x plus 1 and the third number will become x plus 2. This means that in the first number, if I'm going to add 1, I will be getting the second number. In the first number, if I'm going to add 2, I'll be getting the third number. And the question is, if I'm going to add these three consecutive numbers, the sum of these will become 78. So this is the question. This is the equation. And they are asking you firstly find the value of this x, and then by putting these values, you are going to find the three consecutive numbers. Now from here, this x is the first number. First number is x. This x plus 2 is the second number. X plus 1 is the second number. And the third is x plus 2. So I am going to write here third number is equals to x plus 2. Now let us add them. All the variables, firstly add them together. X plus x plus x. What it will be? 3x. What is 2 plus 1? 3 equals to 78. Now next, 3x is equals to plus 3 I am going to take to the other side. So this will be 78 minus 3. So 3x is equals to 75. X is equals to 75 upon 3. When I am going to cancel it, it will become 25. So that means if my first number is 25, the other number will be 25 plus 1. How much? 26. And the next is going to be 27, because 25 plus 2 is equals to 27. So the three consecutive natural numbers are 25, 26 and 27. So this is our answer. Now let's look at the solution, how it has been done. The sum of the three consecutive natural numbers is 78. I have just told you from where this came. And then if I'm going to add them, after solving, we are getting x is equals to 25. Now x is the first number, x plus 1 is the second number. So in 25 I am going to plus 1, it will give me 26. In x I am going to plus 2, it will give me 27. So 25, 26 and 27, these are the three consecutive natural numbers. Okay, so now let's move to question number 2a part. I'll be doing till here, because afterwards the questions are based on ages. Okay, so till here I am going to do in this video. Part 2 will be there for you, then we will be doing the rest questions in the part 2. Now question number 2a part is, if one third of, just go word by word and make the equation. 1/3, I have made 1/3 of 1/4 of a number, and again we don't know that number, so that number is going to be x, is 15. You have to find 3/10 of that number. That means you have to find 3/10 of that number, and that number is x. Now firstly let us solve here. 1/3 of means multiply. 1/4 of means multiply. X is equals to 15. Now 1 into 1, 1. 3 into 4, 12. Into x is equals to 15. So this becomes x upon 12 is equals to 15. So from here 12 will go to the other side, and this will be 15 into 12, and x is equals to 180. So this is your value of x. But the question is, you have to find 3/10 of x. 3/10 of means multiply. X means this value which we have just found, 180. So you are going to place here 180. Cancel it and you will be getting the answer, which is 54. Okay, so that is your answer. Here I have not done, I am doing it here. We have to find actually 3/10 of a number. So 3/10 of x. Now what it will be? 3/10 into 180, and that is going to give me 0 and 0 cancelled. The answer is 54. This is your answer. Okay, so try to complete with this. Rest questions I will be doing with you in the next video. Okay, B part will be there. Thank you.